Yesterday, we did an amazing Divine Masculine Eclipse reading. I hope you guys get a chance to view it. It was really a good reading. A little bit tough to take, but it was very honest. So I like that reading. I hope you get a chance. Anyways, let's get into the Divine Feminine and see what this eclipse has done for you. All right. Let's see what the eclipse has done. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me right now for the Divine Feminine energy only right now. What's happening because of the current eclipse? What do you see? What do you see? Got some bonus cards here. Okay. Hi, April. Hi, Linda. Okay. Wow. The reason I'm saying wow is because this card is exactly a card we got in the Divine Masculine reading. Your counterpart. So here it is, showing up. Okay, what else I'm seeing? We saw the Chariot too. This is popping out, Lover's card in reverse, and Queen of Cups. She was really popping out. Okay, she wants to pop out. Lover's reverse wants to pop out. Okay, I'm gonna put those under there. We'll get to what they could mean in a minute. So right now we have mental, emotional, spiritual, and what's happening in your world. And then we have your relationship with your person, okay? Wow. Okay, so that's why the Queen of Cups popped out. All right. Oh boy. Excuse the dog snoring. Okay. We have someone that's definitely, well, we have you, reminiscing, thinking a lot about the past. There's somebody else on your mind. Could be a karmic ex. You're thinking about a karmic ex that is not part of this connection. This is somebody you used to be married to. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. It didn't go the way you wanted it to go. I don't think this person is around anymore. This person could be passed away or moved on. But you kind of look back at the one that got away. And you're thinking that that had a lot of potential. Had I still had that person, you're like, maybe we could have been more today. Now, that person was a karmic, but it was a karmic soulmate. And those tend to have a special place in your heart. There's nothing wrong with a karmic soulmate. It just, the only sad part is it always has an expiration date. When you have karma with someone that you love so much that you have this deep connection with, and then it doesn't last, it's always a heartbreaker. I feel you have a lot of unresolved emotions about it, about their passing or about them not being with you anymore. I think you tend to look back a lot, or at least lately, thinking about what coulda, shoulda, would have been. You're looking at your life now. And you're like, this isn't what I expected. This isn't what I thought my life would be at this point in my life. You thought you would be somewhere different. We have a Cancerian and a Scorpio vibe. Cancerian is very strong here today. You may have children with this person. Empress, unconditional love. I feel like you have children with them, or you would have had children with them. Right now, you might be coming across a lot of YouTube videos of happy couples, married. And you're kind of manifesting this because you want that. You might be watching some couples and you're like, God, they're so cute. You know, look how they react with each other. Look at what they do together. I want that. And so you're manifesting a cute couple. But the strange thing is there's a couple on, and it could be TikTok, it could be Facebook. I mean, I don't know, maybe it is YouTube. I don't really know, but it's social media. And I think the strange thing that you see in this couple is how much they remind you of you and this person. Or maybe how much one of the people in that you're watching reminds you of your partner. But there is something about the past judgment coming up as a reminder, coming in strong in a spiritual form. This is a spiritual form. It's not physical. It's not the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is spirit form. So this is through TV, through videos, through phone, or through memories, through spiritual visits. You know, it's not someone that you can really interact with. And you're really wanting that connection. You're really missing that connection. I think there's a lot of anger right here about what could have been, but karma got in the way, and there was always a third party in that relationship. You're like, gosh dang it, it didn't matter what we did, there was a third party always creeping in. Could be their mother, could be their friends, could be lovers, whatever. You're just like, there was always somebody else, always damaging our connection. Now, for some of you, you love your ex, who was a karmic, but you also love your current person that you're kind of into as well. But you feel upset and angry at your current person. Now, here's a highlighted moment. It's because they're not like your ex. And you're catching yourself saying, I cannot compare him or her in some cases to my ex. They're not that same person. And maybe I've had a little bit resentment. Maybe I've been harder on this person because I really wanted them to be like this person, this ex that's passed away or no longer with me, or, you know, whatever. Like I wanted what I could have had with him to be with this person. But it's not. He's way different, or she's way different. They don't even have the same heart. And it's almost like you want the best of two worlds into one, you know? You want to kind of mesh them together. And you're realizing, I can't do that. And I think this eclipse has really opened your eyes and showed you, hey, look what you've been wanting, but look at the reality. Because I think that's what the eclipse likes to show us, is the reality. That this person's completely different, never will be alike. It's like having children, you know, and thinking, I want my child to be this all boy, go out baseball player, football player, varsity team, good looking, strong guy, you know? And then you have a son and he's more like the nerd, the geek, the smart guy, the science whiz, you know? Kind of like The Rock in Jumanji versus the boy that goes into the game, you know, is like very different. I'm not saying they're like that. I'm just giving an example about kids, you know? But it could be something to that extent with this person, to where you're like, I wanted you to be my rock, but you're this guy. And you're like, I would like the best of both. That would be nice. But in the real world, they're not, you know, they're very different. It's almost like you're holding this current person up to a very high, like a very high, I don't know the right word, a very high standard. So this person has a lot to live up to, is what I'm feeling. And maybe this karmic person wasn't your lover. Maybe it was your father. Okay, and you're like, you have a lot to live up to. For some of you, maybe it's your mother. And the person that you're wanting to be with, you're like, God, I wanted you to be like my parents. For some of you, maybe it's your grandparents. But you're like, I wanted us to have that. I wanted to have that in my life. And everything that we have and everything that we do, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare at all. It falls really short. And on top of that, there's third parties, which just makes me feel even worse and more terrible. Keep in mind, guys, that your karma versus your parents' or grandparents' karma is very different. Who knows what karma they had to come into this life and have the marriage that they have or had, okay? And, you know, this is why I love to help you. I love to counsel you. I love to look at your astro chart. All right, so if you ever get a chance and you're having a hard time figuring out your karma and what you're going through, please message me down there. I have those readings available where I can pull up your Vedic sidereal chart, and I'll pull up your tropical one too if you'd like to look at that as well. And we'll have a meeting about it. We'll talk about it. We'll see what's going on with your karma, how long you might be going through this karma, what's destined for relationship for you, you know? So you can make some peace with what's going on, because your journey and your walk is not going to look like somebody else's. It's not going to look like grandma and grandpa's and mom and dad's, and it may not even look like an ex that passed away. And you may feel robbed. You may feel like this world is unfair and took someone from you that could have been great, and how unfair that is to lose that opportunity, to not have the chance to make a family and grow old with someone like you always wanted, and have the love like you wanted with this person. You're like, God, this third party really came in, threw a wrench in it and wrecked it, trashed it. There's a lot of reasons to that. Anyways, emotionally, you're wanting this deep connection more than you ever have in all your years of living. Like today, lately with this eclipse, you want that. I mean, it's just like strong. Spiritually, you are learning to release someone from your past. This could be an ex that you loved unconditionally and they're no longer with you, you know, because they chose to go, or this is an ex that is no longer with you because they passed. But you're learning to let them go, to release them. But you're also giving them proper memory. Right around this time, it's like, I want to give them a proper memory. I don't want them to be forgotten. I love them so much. They're special to me. Some of you guys may be wanting to go get a tattoo of this special person. Some of you guys may be wanting to put some pictures out of this special person just to remember them. Maybe looking through old videos or whatever in your phone. But you're just like, it's time to unbury what's been buried. So you might be bringing this person back to life in some way through video, pictures, memories, whatever. But you're kind of raising Lazarus here. Okay? And this person is kind of in your energy right now. Now, in your physical realm, like your house, your job, your body, your physical realm, we have some built up trauma. And you're going to have to work it out. There's going to be some kind of yoga, stretches, whatever. You're going to have to work out with somatic healing your physical trauma that's been stored into your body, in your heart, in your hands even, your neck, your back, your hips. There's karmas that get stored in your body. And you can see how your karmas are stored in an astrological reading, actually. In Vedic sidereal, we can see where your karma is going to more than likely build up. But you'll probably know why, because you're going to experience physical ailments in that area. Pain, aching, or, you know, some kind of suffering. And you're like, okay, this is some karma. A lot of people experience karma in their lower back. And a lot of that comes from not living the life you want to live. Not doing the things you want to do. And always sacrificing yourself. A lot of that lower back pain comes from that. Not being authentic. Overthinking comes in the form, obviously, of headaches, but also the neck. So constant worrying, constant overthinking can really age your face. It can really cause damage in your neck. Because it's all mental, you know? But physically, what's going on for you, money is going to be okay. Like, I feel like you're worried. You have a lot of built up worry about not having enough money. But with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like you don't have a lot of help. But spiritually, you're going to get help. Like, Spirit's going to pull through. Spirit's going to come through. You're going to get some divine assistance. And you're carrying the world on your shoulders physically, and you have a lot going on inside. And just work on yoga, stretches, working out your karma, work out your worries physically because they build up inside of you. Now, what's going on with you and your person? There's a lot of judgment. You are casting judgment on this person. And you're labeling them in a way. You're saying, you are this, you are that. You're calling it like you see it. There's no more anything covering over your eyes. You're no longer pretending there's someone they're not. You're no longer fantasizing about what you could be, what they could be, the potential. I think the potential is gone. And you're just like, you know what? You don't have the potential. I think you're finally calling them out. And to be honest, I think you're finally accepting them the way they are. Accepting your situation the way it is. And to be honest, that's kind of what brings this back to life. Kind of like your kid telling you, Mom, I'm not the boy that you think I was. I'm not the person you think I am. I'm this person. And you're hurting me that you don't accept me for who I am. That you're always wanting me to be someone else. And you're like, hang on, Rob. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, I was getting a phone call, and sometimes it takes the volume out, and then, I have to zoom out, go into the app and text that person, let them know I'm working. I should have had my focus on my phone. I'm so sorry. All right, so anyways, it's kind of like your kid saying, hey, Mom, this is who I really am, but you keep wanting me to be someone I'm not, or you keep wanting me to be like Dad, or you keep wanting me to be like Grandpa, or you keep wanting me to be like so-and-so, but I'm not that person. I'm a different person. And you're like, okay, I accept you. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to be someone you're not. I'm sorry I ever made you feel like I didn't love you for who you were. I'm sorry for having to have someone live inside of you that wasn't you, and I love you for you, and I'm sorry, and let's have a better relationship. Let's grow, you and me, with who you are now. So I see that getting better. And now if this has something to do with you and your person, that was just an example. This is you accepting them in the same way. I'm sorry that you're not my ex. I'm sorry that I tried to make you be like my ex. I'm sorry, maybe even to yourself. I'm sorry that I even thought you had the potential that my ex had, because you don't. I believed in you and thinking you could be that, and that was wrong of me. And it's that judgment, and it's like I coming to reality and just saying you're not that person. It could also be the other shoe on the other foot, right? Like you thought your person is worse than they are. And you're just like, God, I treated you like you were my ex. I took all my baggage, all my karma, all my drama onto this relationship, making you take the blame and the fall for my ex when you're not them. And I've had to wake up and realize, hello, this is not the same person. Either way, whatever your situation is, it's you realizing that your person is not your ex. Never will be, never can be, and there's nothing in them that is even that similar because they're very different. And right now you have a lot of grief that you're trying to unload by letting go of what you could have, should have, would have had. And for some of you guys, maybe it's quote unquote not an ex. Maybe it's all your hopes and dreams that they would be like your grandpa or your dad. Or that you would even have the relationship that your grandparents or parents had with this person. And you're realizing you guys don't have the same recipe. Now, this may be good news or bad news for you, but here's what I see for you and your person. They are realizing the same thing, that whoever they're with or whatever's going on in their life or whatever they expect you to be, they're realizing the same thing. You're not their mother. You're not their grandmother. You're not their ex-wife. You're not this idea they have in their head of who you should be, what you should look like, how it should feel, how it should act. It's like we're bringing up all these things that we've been carrying with us karmically that we're projecting onto our person, and they're feeling the same way. So I feel like they're seeing the same thing with you. That if I'm going to be with you, I have to love you for you, not for who I want you to be or who I dreamed of you up to be, okay? Because that's not you. And so there's some kind of acceptance and letting go of all of that and saying, okay, I want to love you for who you are. Like, who are you? Let's get to know you, not who I've been trying to mold you to be. And anyways, what I see coming in for you and your person is this. I think you guys are going to be exploring some new emotions about each other. I think you're going to be getting to know each other again. I do think that this relationship has a second chance, and it has the potential to be born again. All right, this relationship can be, how do you say, whatever, this relationship has a chance to become something that it should have been, or something that it can be, is what I'm trying to say. And I think you have a lot of strong potential in this relationship. One more text, guys. So anyways, all right, you guys have potential. There's love here. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Now, it may not look like your grandma and grandpa's. It may not look like your parents. It may not look like what you would have had with an ex, but there is love here, okay? There is. And I see that they love you and you love them, and this is a very different relationship, and we're going to have to love each other this way. They're going to come towards you. They are moving towards you valiantly with all their heart, with a lot of passion, with a lot of attraction. They're on their way. Very quickly, they're on their way to come into your life again. They want to cleanse all that old gunky karma, all that old gunk that we just talked about. They want to cleanse that with you. You want to cleanse that with them. And you know what? I don't think you guys are going to be losing here, because this is loss, grief, despair. This is feeling down and out. This is the dark night of the soul. And this is crying out for help, asking God, where are you? Where's my help? Feeling alone. Feeling shafted. This is getting help. This is, you're not shafted. You're not rejected. You're not abandoned. You're not alone. This is, you're not going to be stuck in this dark night. I'm throwing you a rope. I'm getting you out. You have some help coming. Or maybe you're just going to be helping yourself. Either way, there's a way. And it's like you're not going to be stuck in the same mess that you've been. Now, you've been in the dark night, maybe for 5 years. You've been in the dark night. You've been struggling physically with your health. You've been struggling physically with money. You've been struggling physically with mental health, perhaps. You might have been struggling with children, struggling with work, struggling with all kinds of physical, okay? Because this line right here is your physical world. This is your physical. And there's so much built up. There's so much you're holding back. And there's so much potential. And so now that we're coming out of the fog about our past, reliving the glory days, wanting to have what we could have had, wanting to live your grandparents' or parents' life, wanting to have all this past ideals, like even if it's not examples, it's like you just had a lot of baggage for 10, 20 years, 30 years for some, built up like Santa's bag, just carrying it with you through life about all this stuff you used to want, and you're letting it go. And it's just like, wow, time goes fast. I just thought of this recently, guys. With my kids, I was looking back at all my Pinterests, all my school stuff I wanted to do with them in elementary and junior high, things that I never got to do because we were too busy or we had too much going on, or I put family first, or I was always busy. You know, it's like I didn't get to do those things that I wanted to do. And I regret that. And it's sad. And now they're damn near grown up. And I can't do these little things that I wanted to do. And if I could go back, I would screw off so many other things that I paid attention to and do those things because those things were important to me. But I can't go back. And so I've been clearing out some of my Pinterest, files, pins, whatever, and just like, okay, this time has passed. I got to let that go. Oh, this little vacation I wanted to take with my little one. It was like a unicorn Renaissance kind of festival. She's not in that stage anymore. And she doesn't want to ever do that again. She's made that clear. And I'm like, yeah, that's gone. Delete that one. All kinds of things, guys. It's like sometimes you have to go look at your cachet. You have to look at what's built up. You have to see what's been around you all this time and go, okay, this has got to go. That's got to go. That's got to go. I'm not going to get a chance to relive that. That's gone. I'm not going to get a chance to have kids anymore. That's gone. I'm not going to get a chance to have, 50-year anniversary anymore. It's late for that. That's gone. There's some things that have to go and you were holding on to them. And it's like that what was clouding up your future. That's what was blocking your current happiness, is that you had all these hopes and wishes and dreams carried with you, and it was creating resentment. It was creating anger. It was just creating a lot of difficult, hard feelings. And you didn't even know it was just there with you. And so anyways, as a divine feminine, for kids, for lovers, for everybody, you're just like, physically, I'm letting go of what I cannot recreate. I don't have the tools. I don't have what I need to recreate that. That's not going to happen. And so you're letting go of a lot of things that's just quote unquote not going to happen. All right. And you're rising up and you're lifting up what's available now. And this is a lot of taking stock at what needs to go. There's no more room for it. Keeping what can stay. Giving life to old things that can be given life to. Old furniture, old dreams, old desires, old wants. Some of those things can still happen. And it's like, oh, I still have a chance to do this one thing I wanted to do. I still have an opportunity. I still have some time left for some of these. I'm going to make the most of it. I still have some things left that I can salvage here, that I can use. And you're going to create it. Empress. Excuse my dog snoring. But you're going to create all those things that are still able to be created. For some, this is a special message for some of you guys. Your person never wanted kids, or they were just taking their sweet time. And you might be a single mom going to get IV or who knows what, but maybe you're going to meet someone. But for some of you guys, you're going to give up on waiting to make a family with that person because time is running out and you're finally going to go do it yourself. So you might go have a child by yourself, or you might go with somebody else, but whatever. But for some of you guys, Empress, Judgment, I do think that you're living that last moment to finally have a child because you've been waiting and you've realized you don't want one, or you're not going to make it happen for me. So I'm going to go make it happen for me by myself without you. And it's letting go of that dream of that picture perfect family. It's like, damn it, I had a dream for you and me. And you go through all these TikToks and YouTubes of all these happy families, and you're like, that was our dream. That was my dream. I dreamed that I would have that with someone, and that you'd be a doting father or doting mom, and we'd go on this vacation, we'd do this at home, and we'd have movie nights, and we'd go out to eat on date night, and I had these dreams. But this got in the way. You got in the way. Got to go off and do it myself. For a lot of you divine feminines, I see single mama. Like, that's really coming up. I know it's not going to hit home for a lot of fellas, but for a lot of you ladies out there that are really resonating, I see that you are a single parent. And I see that you had a light on for their father, or for a husband, or just a lover, that you wanted to step in and fill that role and be that dad that we see on TikTok that adopts kids as his own, and that loves the family and loves his wife and just crazy about him, and they have this great life, you know? A lot of you guys were holding a light on for that. And you're just like, okay, I'm going to cleanse the waiting. I can't wait on you. You're not stepping up to what I want you to be. The reality is, it can't be that. I'm building you up to be something you're not, or something that maybe I'm not destined for, quote unquote, in my astrology. Maybe I'm not destined for that. And that's okay. Guys, I help so many people accept that they don't have those picture perfect lives they want. And I help them because I do astrology for them. I show them, hey, you're beating a dead horse here. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're wanting something that wasn't created for you. And that's sad in a way. It is sad, but you have something else that those people don't have. And it's just as good. It's just as wonderful. It's just as fulfilling. But you just have to get a different perspective and see it this way. Let me show you what's going on in your astrology. Let me show you what's going on in your life and your purpose and your path and your joy and your happiness. For a lot of you guys, if you want to see your happiness in your astrology chart, I'll help you out, give you some helpful clues here. You're going to want to look at your moon, and you're going to want to look at your 5th house. Yes, your 5th. These are going to be the houses of joy and happiness. The 5th and the 4th. And you definitely want to look at the sun and the moon, but mostly the moon for joy and happiness, because she represents your emotions and how you feel. So you want to look at your moon. I'll give you an example, just throwing it out there. When you have a moon in Pisces, you have a lot of sadness. You have a lot of loss. There's a lot of grief with a moon in Pisces. Oh, see, and Bree, you have a moon in Pisces in the 5th in Aries. Okay. So you must be, Bree, you must be a Sagittarius rising. You must be. Okay. And that's a lot of grief and loss. And your joy is hit and miss. Or you're a Scorpio rising. Okay. If you have an Aries in the 5th, you cannot be a Scorpio rising. Because 5 houses from Sagittarius is Aries. So I just want to let you know, Bree, something's going on there, because I just did the math in my head and I'm like, no, that's not possible. If you have Aries in the 5th, you have to be a Sagittarius rising. Because the first house would be Sag, second house would be Capricorn, third house would be Aquarius, fourth house would be Pisces, fifth house would be Aries. So you said you're a Scorpio rising, but you have Aries in the 5th. That doesn't make sense. Okay? But the moon in Pisces, if you're aware of that, yes, that's a lot of grief. Bree, that can't be. You can't have a Scorpio rising and a 5th house Aries, because it's all math, and numbers don't lie. 5 houses from the 1st is 5 zodiac signs from the rising. Oh, April, you're somebody else. I almost took your answers, April, for Bree's. My bad. Never mind. But you see what I'm saying, Bree? You have to count the first house is the one that the zodiac sign sits in. That counts as 1, not the one after. So the first house is the sign that it sits in. Okay, and then 5 signs after that. So it's like a clock, okay? Sagittarius, right here. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. See? That's 5. It goes like that. Okay? So you could not be a Scorpio rising with Aries in the 5th. You could be a Scorpio rising with a different placement. If you were a Scorpio rising, Aries would be in the 4th house. Okay? Anyway, sorry, we're going to move on from that. But what you want to look at, guys, is your moon and your joy and your happiness. Let's say, you have that moon there in Pisces, like Bree, like I, and you find a lot of joy in doing spiritual work. You find a lot of joy in healing. You find a lot of joy in bringing joy to other grieving people's lives. You find a lot of joy in making others who are suffering happy. You find a lot of joy in being a guide to those that are going through a difficult life. So when people are suffering and hurting and in a war with themselves or in a war with life, or they've been in jail or they've been in prison or they've dealt with death and loss, you find a lot of joy being there for that person and bringing joy in their life. Okay? And that brings you pleasure. And it also brings you joy to make them feel good in the bedroom pleasure area, bed pleasures, and fulfilling their fantasies. That's a lot of moon in Pisces. I'll fulfill your fantasies. Because Pisces is all about dreams and fantasy and the depths, So you find a lot of joy in going to the depths of someone. And if you get to bring something out of someone, a rebirth, if you get to bring happiness out of a dark person, or you get to get that wallflower off the wall and being changed and doing something different, that's the joy in Pisces. It's like, I did that. I brought someone joy when they were in darkness, you see? But it's very different if you have a moon, say, in Leo. Then you have a lot of joy and happiness in children. What brings you joy is hearing the laughter of children, the playing of children, watching children create art and be creative and have fun, and just that's so much joy. And it's also joy in competition, so you find a lot of joy in like being the best looking one in the room and doing events and competitions like beauty pageants. A lot of joy in getting a trophy, getting a gold medal, getting to be on stage, and after you've practiced dancing for so long, You get to perform. So a lot of actors, actresses have a lot of that moon in Leo too. And it's like, yay, I get to perform. My fans, that makes me so happy. You know, and in love with a moon in Leo, it's just, it's like, God, I find so much joy in making you see the beauty that there is in this world. And so there's a lot of happiness that you bring a partner also in the bedroom, and being creative in the bedroom, a lot of fantasy play in the bedroom area. And in relationships, it's very childlike. People with the moon in Leo like to go to Disney. They like to go to, you know, kids stuff. They like to participate, like to be teachers. You know, they do. They like to be teachers. They love all of that. So anyways, sorry we went off on tangent there, everybody. But if you want your astrological chart reviewed, let me know, because I can let you know what's going on karmically. I can let you know what makes you happy. I can let you know, what's meant for you and what's not based on that, okay? So we can get, it's not just the moon only. There's a lot of other aspects we have to look at. We have to look at your rising sign, your moon. We have to look at what dasha you're in, okay? And what Mahadasha also you're in. We have, which tells us the planet that's ruling your life for a certain amount of years. We have to see where you are at in your chart, age-wise, how old you are and what's going on with your karma at this current time, and maybe how long is that going to last or what's going on. We have to see if you have what it takes to have that marriage, if you're ever meant to have one. We have to see that. And once you get that information, I think you can have a lot of peace with your life and not fighting an uphill battle and not struggling all the time, trying to create something that really isn't in the cards for you. And so we can talk about that. So if you want an astrological reading, that is available. It's in the description below. We can talk about it. I try to just focus on one aspect though. Astrology takes a lot of time for one reading. So if you're going to do relationship, we have to focus on that. If we want to do kids, we have to focus on that. If you want to focus on what's going on with career, we have to have a reading just for career. If you want a reading for your spiritual journey, we have to focus just on that. Okay? So I can't do all of them all at once when you do your astrological reading. Okay? So I need to just do one. So if you want to pick one and you want to know what's your karma, what's your fate, what can be predicted, okay, let's take a look at it, okay? But it's going to take some time for me to go through your chart and really talk about that with you, okay? Yes, I was giving tea on Pisces moon. Yes. Okay, so anyways, back to your Divine Feminine reading. I hope what I've just spoke about makes some sense, because that's you realizing and awakening, third eye, totally awake in this image. I see that I cannot drag things with me that are not meant for me. And I can't create things that are not meant to be created with this person. I need to let that go with cleansing. Five of Pentacles, I have to grieve that little loss, move on, salvage what can be salvaged, keep what I can keep, and start creating what deserves to be creative. Okay? Kathy, oh my goodness, Steph, you just described me to a T, and I'm a Capricorn rising and Leo moon. Oh, Kathy. I'm so happy. And that was just a little tiny piece. I would love to do a reading on someone and really describe them, because they're like, holy shiznit, this is my life. And that's what happens when you do astrology. This is my life. But each moon is very different, Anyways, what's going on in your love life, what's going on in this relationship here is there's a lot of grief, with I really wanted you to be this and you're not. So let's just say there's some disappointment. You are very disappointed in your man or your woman, for some of you, because they've let this third-party karmic wreak havoc in your relationship. And you're just like, God, I had so much hope for us. We could have been great. We could have been so great. but you did this, and I don't understand why you're doing this, and I don't see why you want this, and I don't know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And it's you saying, God, I have to release control. I could create something so wonderful for the both of us, but you're not along for the ride. You're not along for the ride. And it's like, God dang it, okay, I gotta let this go. I gotta focus on my kids, or I gotta focus on myself. I gotta love what's worth loving unconditionally. And I gotta love this person for who they are, not who I want them to be. And that's really the title of this reading, right? This is who they are, not who you want them to be. And I think once we accept that reality, the lights come on, right? The lights come on, the curtain moves off of the stage, the magician reveals the truth. Holy crap, that's been my problem. I've sat here and wanted you to be someone you're not. I've created you in my mind to be someone you're not. A fantasy, an ex, a dream, my grandparents, my parents, whatever this is. Like, God, I've created you and you're not, and I'm mad at you because you keep disappointing me. But the truth is, that's not who you were, and that's not who you are, and I had to wake up. I had to wake up. And so that's you, judgment, like, hello, rebirth of the feminine, rebirth of yourself, wake up call, doo-doo-doo, the trumpet blows, and you're like, oh my God, thank God I got a grip of myself. Thank God I got a grip of myself. Doja Cell, should the Pisces moon secret be a secret? When we look at relationships at being a secret in a relationship, mostly what you want to look at is your Venus or your Jupiter. Or perhaps you have Scorpio in the 7th or Pisces in the 7th. Then there's a lot of tendency for that. Anything astrologically that has to do with a secret is Scorpio, Pisces, yeah, it's just Scorpio and Pisces, or it's going to be 8th house, 7th house, 12th house, 6th house of those zodiac signs in one of those houses. Then I can generally tend to see a lot of secrets there, like a lot, like substantial, you know, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what houses have the most secrets? 8th and 12th. They're a 10. They're 10 for sure, especially if you have those signs there, Scorpio or Pisces. But you can see on a scale of 1 to 10, say a 5 for a Scorpio or Pisces in the 7th and 6th as well. And when you want to see relationships, like I said, Venus would be with them in those houses and signs. Jupiter if you're a woman. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question there, Doja Cell. Okay? Who are the most honest signs? Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn. Of course, Capricorn isn't like blurting out honesty left and right. Capricorn is more quiet. But when he does speak, he's very honest. But he doesn't always say it, you know? Anyways, sorry, I know I'm veering off and I need to focus on the reading. My apologies. Please stick around. I'm getting back on track. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what's going on with your soul truth as the divine feminine. Soul truth, please, Spirit. Use these cards to reveal soul truth for the divine feminine with judgment. So we can see what's being seen, what's really going on here as far as feelings and realization. And it's, who can I serve today? This is the wake-up call. Because you've been serving a dream, a fantasy, a person that doesn't exist. That's who you've been serving. And you haven't been serving yourself. And this is, who can I serve? In a world lacking of soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest, most lasting impact on us. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of someone else. Who needs your service today? Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Who's important to you? Make one soulful connection today and give it solely to spread this love. God, who needs you today? This person doesn't need you anymore. Okay? They're doing their own thing. They have their own karma. This someone could be you today. You need to serve you. This could be your grandma. This could be your child. This could be your children, plural. This could be your pets. This could be your business, your career. This could be your body, honey. It needs you, you know? This is like, God, where is your energy better spent? Where is your focus, your time, your energy better used? Who deserves your attention? Your phone? This ex, this person, do they deserve it? They deserve it more than everybody else? No. Who can you serve today? And it also gets your mind off of this person. Let's see what's going on with your person, okay? I know, just because we're here at the reading. What's going on with this person that you care about, that you've been pursuing, that you're into, that we're here doing this reading for today? Like, what's going on with this person? I finally see what I've done comes out. New perspective and under pressure. Sinking into the depths of sadness. So they're on a low, right? They're going down. There's a lot of darkness. They don't even see everything. They're starting to see what they've done to you and what they've done to themselves. And it's like they're kind of at the beginning of all of this. And to be honest, that can drag you down. Being down here with someone who's just beginning to see, who's just starting to understand their own karma, their own astrology, their own path, their own decisions and what they did and wrong and right. Like someone who's way over there doesn't really mess with you. Excuse me, it doesn't really go along with you. Now, this person could be a karmic. You know? I feel like there's two people because you have third party. I feel like there's a divine partner and there's a karmic. I don't know, it flip-flops who's who. It's very difficult for me in the reading to kind of pinpoint who's who, because I just know there's two people that you love, two people that mean a lot to you, and I do know one of them is an ex, and I do know one of them is current. I do know one of them is karmic, and I do know one of them is divine. So it's hard for me to like flip-flop, who's who? Like, I don't know. All I know is there's these two over here, and I feel like both of them need to be in the past. And I do know that whatever's meant for you will rise like cream to the top, and you're going to have what you deserve, because whatever's meant for you will be yours. But I do know that there's something that's been lagging, and a lot of it is hopes, dreams, expectations. I just know that's what's lagging here in suffering in your relationship, and I do know that like that's what's been holding you back at being happy. And if this reading could do anything for you today, it's no matter who they are, divine or karmic, they're not that person that you built them up to be. And we need to love them for who they are and let it go and focus on what you have control over. Let's see what this person wants to say to you. A random thing that I see here, this might touch for you, is this person that you love is in a karmic relationship. They are married or they act like they're married, and yet they're coming towards you fast and furiously. They come towards you even though they're in a commitment. So we have a class, what is it, class 5 cheater going on here. Thank you, Dojacel. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, my sweet girl. I love you. So anyways, you have a cheater. So what does this cheater want to say? I never thought I'd miss you like this. We have please don't go. Because you have let it go, releasing them. Like, wait, don't let me go. Where are you going? Where are you going? Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. Don't go away. Who sings that? That 80s song, Please Don't Go? I think I have the name in my mind, but I can't think of it right now. Anyways, they're begging you not to go because they feel you releasing them. And you're like, no, I don't have time for your cheating BS. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go on a vacation. I'm going to go be with my kids. We're going to go get ready for fall and Halloween. We're going to go focus on cooking. I'm going to go be happy. I might go out with my friends this week. Might go see my siblings. Might go to my parents. Might go on a little trip. I have things to do. Like, I'm not going to focus on you. You want to be caught up in your little marriage and your little drama. You're under pressure. You're stressed out. You're in sadness and you want me to come fix it? No, nah, try that with somebody else. I've let it go. I've released you. You're not who I want you to be. This version of you running to me while you're committed with a karmic third party doesn't do it for me. Okay? I'm letting, and they're like, no, please don't go. Karma's going to hit them hard. This is what they deserve. They deserve you to walk away, leave them be in the dust, so you could go focus on your stability, okay? And so they're going to miss you. So be it. What is a confession? So we have DM confessions. What is a confession that they need to confess to you? Show me a confession. I don't know if I could ever explain just how much I love you and what I'm going through. So they're going through a lot and they're like, I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe I'm not explaining it right. You know, they don't have the right words to tell you what's going on. This connection has definitely been divinely guided, is a truth bomb, okay? They just can't imagine life without you. All right? They can't. And here you are leaving. And they're just like, wait a minute. But that's what needs to happen. Bottom of the deck is, I've tried to move on with others, but I can't forget about you. They've wanted the best of both worlds, guys. They wanted to keep in contact with you. See you when they want to see you. They want to rush into your life passionately, like the one, and then they rush out. All the while they're committed to another relationship. And I use committed very loosely because they are not committed enough to their partner to be faithful to them. So it doesn't matter if they're married and they share rings. It doesn't matter if they have a wedding photo on top of the fireplace mantle. It doesn't matter if they have matching ring tattoos or their names on each other's body. It doesn't matter if they spend holidays together with each other's family. It doesn't matter if they live together and reside in the same home. Yes, they're committed for certain reasons, but they are not committed, loyal, and faithful. They are not faithful to the person they're with. And they're not faithful because they've tried to move on from you, never did. And they have kept in contact with you, Empress. And you may be the mother of their children. You may be an ex-wife or husband for some. But nonetheless, you are a divine feminine here as an Empress. And here they are doing you dirty, you know, in a way. And the only reason this has been going on, and you cannot point your finger at them, it's them, it's you. It's you, and it's always been you, and it will always be you until you stop. The reason this is going on is because you love them unconditionally. You have accepted this. I didn't say you liked it. I said you accepted it. They gave you an offer and you accepted it. Meaning they gave you an invite and you showed up. All right. The first time they called and they told you, I'm with someone, I've got this and that going on, that's the time you say, okay, I'm not answering for you anymore unless it's about the kids or unless it's something else. That's not something you did. You started just answering the phone every time they called. You started meeting up when they wanted to meet up. You started being available when they needed you to be available. You were within their grasp enough to where they could have this and they could have you. And that's what's been going on, and that's why this has been very painful, but that's why this third-party situation is happening. And yes, they're the ones that chose them and you. Yes, they're the ones that called you, not the other way around. Yes, they're the ones that pursue you, not the other way around. It doesn't matter, though, because at the end of the day, in the eyes of judgment, you and your feelings and your heart and your family are being affected and suffering because of your choice. Because no one made you go through this. No one made you answer their phone calls. No one made you hook up with them. No one made you stay in contact. No one made you. That was your choice. And some of you guys say, well, I have a child. I have no choice. True. You have no choice but to communicate, but you do have a choice in what you will communicate about. So this is the wake-up call for you, and I know you are. I know you're cleansing. I know you're getting rid of that negative aspect of yourself. And I know you have a good heart because I know all you had were high hopes that they would come in for you, that they would be your DM, that they would be your husband, or your wife in some cases, that they would be your divine partner, that they would be the father of your children or mother of your children for some of you. I know that you had high hopes, that you would have a family and a marriage and a commitment and a divine love. And that's why you were hanging on to this, because it is divinely guided. And they know it is. Sad for them more than you that they've tried to move on with somebody else and they can't let you go. Sad for their partner that got bamboozled, that got tricked, lied to, sucked into a relationship while you've still been in the picture. Sad for them. But again, that's their karma. We have karma is finally hitting me hard. When you do decide to let go and release their energy, and it's not that you don't love them, because you love this man. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, you love them. This is divinely guided. You love them very much. You're not letting go of the love. You are letting go of their behavior. You're letting go of their energy, releasing their energy, which is negative, sad, down in the dumps, depressed, cheating, lying, deceiving you, leading you on, leading this other person on, leading themselves. Like they're just a mess. And so as you release your divine partner saying, hey, I'm not releasing you as a person. Like I'm done with you and your soul. I want nothing to do with you ever. It's, I don't like you in this energy. I don't love this energy that you're in. This sad, depressed, angry, resentful, cheating energy. That's not the energy that I will accept from you. I'm releasing it. I'm releasing the energy and I'm letting it go. I'm not letting you go. I'm letting it go. That does not serve me. And then they're going to be saying, I never wanted to hurt you. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you in all of this. Okay? That's not what I meant to do. I feel like you deserve way more than me. You know, and that's the truth. You do. You deserve way more. And they're realizing that you deserve way more. All right, so let's see what the Divine Feminine's going to be getting over here. Where's Divine Feminine at in this focusing on stability? Where is she at? He or she. 10 Cup, fulfilling work. I love those little raspberries there. Strawberries, actually. You know, this is like, you know what? I have better things to do with my time than to mess around with this. And that's fulfilling work. Work that makes you proud. Work that makes you happy. Decorating the house for fall. Cleaning the kitchen. Organizing your clothes. Shampooing the carpets. Going on a little mini trip. Seeing the trees turn colors. Going to the gym and then swimming afterwards. You know, that's fulfilling work for the soul, for the mind, for the body, for the family. Cooking a good meal. You know, like, I don't have time for you. I do not have time for you. Not in this energy. I'm going to go live life. I cannot be on hold, pause, waiting around for your call because you're bored. I have a life. And I'm sorry you're not in it, but this is what you've chosen. And bottom of the deck is Home Matters Cabin. So yeah, I'm definitely going to focus on my home, my family, my stuff, me. You're going to be planting seeds into your family. And there's an exciting situation coming up for you, Cinnamon and Spices. We have a message from Spirit. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants to say. All right, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is your message for the Divine Feminine? What good is coming in for fulfilling work, an exciting situation for the feminine? Whoop, okay. Bottom of the deck is satisfied, indulging in your desires. Yes. This feels really good. This is like you finally get to indulge in peace and serenity and happiness and joy. And you're just like, whoo, this feels good. This is like dipping your feet into a sauna or a hot tub. A lot of you guys may be getting into a sauna or a hot tub. That's going to feel great. A lot of you guys are going to be just seeing the rewards of hard work because we have achievement. All that effort finally paid off. So everything you've been working, striving towards, all these dreams, desires, wishes, hopes, like for you and yours, you know, it finally happens. This is the trophy. This is that golden nugget. This is that Ace of Pentacles. And it's like, here you go. Here's a gift. Here's a present for you, feminine. You get it. You get to indulge. You get to be satisfied. We have fulfillment, satisfaction. Like you're going to feel so good that you made this decision for yourself. You're going to feel so happy at the choice that you've let them go. And you're going to serve yourself and you're going to serve your family. That's going to be so exciting. A lot of you guys get to go on a vacation or a trip. You're manifesting it. I see a big yes. You're going to get a yes. If you guys are wondering, am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? Is that really going to happen? The answer is yes. All right, let's get some more truth from all of this for you. I don't know. Tell me some more for the feminine. What's going to be revealed? What's going to be seen? What's going to be known? Pleasure. See? Satisfaction, pleasure, fulfillment. God, the little hummingbird and the bubbles, it's so fun. It's like, I hate to burst your bubble, but Divine Feminine's going to have a lot of fun. You know, this little hummingbird is having a blast popping bubbles. Like that is just a fun thing to do. I think you guys are going to be playing games with your kids or family, like family games. I think you're going to be enjoying your home more. I think you're going to be enjoying the fall and your body more. I saw 7/7 on the clock. I just think that life is going to start feeling good for you. And it's all because you've stepped away from this negative energy. Bottom of the deck, yeah, toxic. Just what I said. You've stepped away from this negative, toxic energy. They were toxic. I'm sorry, but they were. I hate to say that about them, but they've been toxic. And they've brought you down with them. Screw Karmicville. Let's talk about Toxicville. You know, they have brought you down to Toxicville. They should feel bad that they've been selfish and not giving you the time and attention that you deserve. Okay? That you've been craving, that you've been wanting. They should feel terrible that they've kept you on a string all the while. And they really love you. Queen and King of Cups is divine partners. They're created and meant to be together, but they're making some real bad choices. Oh, you love my cards? Yay, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Real quick, Divine Feminines, while you're watching me, if you made a card order, I lost my list of the addresses that I wrote down for who has the card order, and I can still go back and find you. It's not the end of the world, but it's easier for me to quickly find you if you could just email me. Again, your address, your current address, and the cards that you ordered. So just show me your receipt, okay? If you could do that, that would be really lovely. I know it's easier for you to like search in your email box to find that than me because there's so many. But please, I want to get these shipped out to you as soon as possible, and I can't find my list anywhere, and the addresses were on there. So please, please, I've got my boxes ready to send out. So I just went in my office last night and put them in a plastic bin, all the stuff that I'm making a shipment for, and I really could use that. If you can't, that's okay, I'll find you. But if you want it like this week, sooner, please email me your address so I can get this out to you ASAP, okay? And just send me your receipt and we'll be fine. All right, so... okay, so I pulled the Kali deck. I didn't realize that. I thought I was pulling this deck. But I pulled the Kali. So we're going to do both. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but they're both purple. Can't blame me. We're going to do this Kali one, which is Guya Kali, and we're going to do one of these, which is a Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. We have in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. I like that because I think it's true. I think pleasure, fulfillment, satisfaction, all that effort paid off, achievement. I think that's all you in the flow. It's like once you've released the baggage. We talked about Santa's big bag full of karmas, and she doesn't even have a bag. So she's kind of like Santa in a sleigh, but there's no bag. And I think that's you. You don't have the bag anymore. You don't have the bag of BS to carry. It's gone. So you're in the flow. All right, so we're going to read Kali first. Might as well get the difficult one over with. Right. Guys, Divine Feminine, your oracle says this: your Divine Mother who knows all, with every answer and every mystery within her power to disclose. She provides knowledge, wisdom, at the right time, in the best way possible. An answer to your question will be provided. Do not immediately dismiss intuitions that were unexpected or lead you into some kind of unknown territory. So if all of a sudden your intuition's like, ding, 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 we got to go do this, don't dismiss it because it's taking you somewhere else. Okay? Do not quickly do that. Don't dismiss this feeling that you're going to get. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom rather than a reaction to distill their usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about a matter of importance is awakening. So an entirely new perspective about something really important is about to happen, which is probably this reading. You finally see, wow, I've been trying to create this that's not real. Entirely new perspective at why your relationship has had trouble. Looking at blaming them for all this third-party BS because they're the ones doing it, and finding out, oh, it's me. I've been accepting the calls. I've been accepting the visits. I've been choosing this all along. Big perspective change, right? Whoa, it's me. I'm hurting. I'm sad. I'm crying. I'm suffering today because I chose to do that. I didn't have to choose them. I could choose me. I could choose my kids. I could choose Christmas. I could choose the holidays. I could choose other things to put my energy into, but I've been choosing them. Now I choose this. Okay. So then, after this awakening new perspective, a secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. So there's a wealth of knowledge that's about to hit. And probably what I'm feeling, honestly, is a big confession from your person. And there's going to be confessions all over the place. A confession from your parents, a confession from your siblings, a confession from your kids, a confession that you're going to make to other people. Like there's this big confession. And these are these secrets that have been tucked down. And it's finally going to come out and people get to make good choices now. So Guya Kali means secret Kali. She is the dark tantric counterpart and the bright goddess of Lalita, Tripura, Sundari. And she has the same triune nature, but does not dwell in the light. She's not accessible there, very much the eclipse, dwelling in the darkness, okay? She simply calls upon the truth in the dark, and we call her the loving mother. She is so powerful like the moon, but she has a potentially disturbing force that can help people liberate whatever's been in some shrouded mystery. What does this mean? Well, that there are some insights you must be ready for. There are some confessions, some secrets to come out that you must be ready for. Even though they are ultimately helpful, sometimes it's hard to accept some of this truth and understand it and embrace it, you know? Kind of like your astrology chart. Once you find out, oh, this is for me, it's good to see the secret that's in your astrology chart. It's good to see the secrets that lay in there in the stars for you, but sometimes it's hard to hear or it's hard to take. So I get that, but that's ultimately good for you because now you know what to do with yourself. Guya Kali dwells in the shadows, in the cremation grounds, in the places not really accessible, emotionally and even psychologically. There are interior realms of people that are not out in the open. We do not choose her. When we are ready, she chooses us. When we enter into an experience that shakes the foundation of our current understanding, there is often a period of disbelief and of shock and confusion that precedes newfound clarity. You may feel that your entire world has been turned upside down on its head. When a revelation takes you beyond the breaking point of what you perceived emotional or psychological, we are catching a glimpse of her handiwork. This is why we need holding by someone, not in the old way, but by an enlightened witness who shows up as a therapist, a healer, a mentor, an astrologer, or even a spiritual teacher. This is going to be here to help you, not rescue you. Even though you are enough of a spiritual baddie to have attracted Guya Kali, it's still going to be difficult to hear. But just be sure you don't need rescuing. You've got this. You just need support. The teachings of Guya Kali are the tantras that depict her seated upon a lion seat, which is a posture in the physical practice of yoga, which releases negative energy. All right, so a lot of this has to do with you releasing and letting them go with their negative energy. And that's what's happening with the Divine Feminine. You are getting rid of negative energy. Negative energy in the home, negative energy in you, and a negative energy in the person you love. Negative energy from the past, negative energy everywhere. Releasing. Now, the Empress is beautiful and bountiful, and everything she touches becomes more. It's about multiplication, amplification. It brings more, okay? It's the card of abundance, an abundance of love, an abundance of children, an abundance of money, an abundance of healing. It's prosperity. It's life. It's what gives life. It's what grows things. So I do know that you're going to grow from this. You're going to gain from this. I do know you're not going to lose. I don't think whatever's coming up is going to be something like a financial hit. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's bad news physically. I don't think it's bad news, period. I think it's neither bad nor good. I think you need to just accept it for what it is, whatever news comes in, and awaken the you that's always been there, but's been trapped under a negative bubble. So now that you're in the flow, you're going to be able to feel happy that you're releasing negative people, negative karma, and negative energy. So let's see what's going on within the flow. All right, so Divine Feminine, everything is smooth sailing. Let go of the shore. Enter into the flow. You are moving into a period of grace, ease, and flow. All is unfolding perfectly with good timing. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. Enjoy the ride. This isn't the time to try to control events of your life. Let the Creator support you. You don't have to do this all by yourself. The glory of the universe flows through you. It's not always easy to let go of the shore. However, this card is urging you to take a risk and just go ahead and let them go. Let go of the negative energy. And when you are truly in the flow of what's best for you, you don't need to push or exert effort to make things happen. You can flow around any obstacle. And if there's a situation in your life that isn't falling into place, let it go. It's not the right time. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster, and you aren't swimming against it. You just enjoy the ride. If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might be that you're trying too hard to control every situation and people and how they interact with you in your life. Micromanaging, perhaps, or maybe you're being self-critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others and spirit to support you and help you. So it's up to you right now to believe in magic. All right. So I think that's all good. Let's get one last card, and I bid you adieu for the day. All right. Again, please, I hope you can seek me out to do an astrological. That's a good gift for you. I'll give you a bonus. If you do purchase an astrological chart review, I will go ahead and put you in line for free for the $22 Celtic Cross that's coming up. So anyone who purchases an astrological chart today and forward, you will get a free $22 Celtic Cross reading in addition to that astrological. Okay? So if you want to do that, now's a good time. I'll go ahead and give you that offer. So let's get this one last card for advice for you. Advice from Spirit for the Divine Feminine. Hi, Transformation Queen. One last card, Spirit. Divine Feminine Energy. Okay. So the card that comes up is call BS on your BS. You want to get out of a rut? First step, get tired of your own BS. Get tired of their BS. Get tired of the world's BS. And just spend time honoring yourself. Once you can spot the old shit, the old shift, yeah, you know I said it. You can start and stop the old stuff. All right. So shift, guys. Don't focus on them. Shift your direction to you. Shift your direction on the positive. Get away from dealing with their negativity and get away from you being negative. It says, Namaste. And the slay in me recognizes the slay in you. At some point, you're going to get up and act like the people you admire. You probably know someone who is slaying at life right now. Spend today doing the stuff they do. Better yet, take them to coffee and ask them how exactly they manage to slay so hard. Then recognize where you are capable and do the same kind of slay. So guys, this is following the people you admire, seeing them live the lives that make them happy, and you're always watching. You're always watching people do all these things. You're like, God, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be that. Enough wishing. Do it. Start slaying like they do. And if you don't know how they're doing it, ask them. Or manifest a way that you can as well. If you guys want help manifesting, I have some coaching that I've been offering for a while. A lot of you guys say you want to do it, you're going to do it, but you've never bit. You never did it. Go ahead and order that. We can do some mentorship. We can talk about really manifesting those millions, manifesting that person, manifesting the new you. We can really focus on manifesting. I have a lot of tricks to the trade, a lot of things that have worked, and I want to share that with you. So that's available on my website if you want to take on that mentorship. This can reunite you with the person you love. This could reunite you with yourself, the old self that needed to come back. This could get you the money you need to solve so many problems. This could help you be your own business owner. This is going to help you be the best version of your best self. And if you're ready to invest some of that into yourself for once, finally, now is the time. Thank you so much, guys. I will offer anyone who orders anything on my website, I will go ahead and throw in a $22 Celtic Cross on the 22nd of this month. So whatever you go order, I'm happy to throw that in just to give you guys some incentive to go ahead and see what works for you, to try something out and see what you can do for yourself. Got some freebies. I look forward to seeing you guys over there. I'm going to give you that because in the honor of the eclipse, I want to give. And I don't really know what to give. And it's hard to send things to you. So I figured I'll just give you a free service. So whatever you guys order, I'm happy to give you a $22 in exchange. All right, for a free gift in the light of the solar eclipse, or should we say in the darkness of the solar eclipse. This is what's changed for the divine feminine, going into herself, doing her, releasing him or the ex or the negativity, and just doing what's good for you. And finally, you start reaping some good rewards. And I see nothing but your achievement, nothing but all that effort finally paying off, nothing but an exciting time of smooth sailing. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for watching me. Remember, like I always say, this is a journey, not a destination. So you just keep swimming. And please hit that like button. Hit the all, subscribe so I get to see you next time. Okay, I want to see you again. Come back. I'll see you guys later. All right, bye TQ. Love you guys.